Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Where's Lasers? Where is he? Oh, well, he's fine. Don't worry about it. He's he's just having a laugh, really. He let me take over for a bit. I don't know what that was. So I'm actually blind. Funny fact. I know I can't see anything. These don't work. I can't even feel that. They're numb. Crazy, isn't it? But anyway, so I thought I'd come clean because we got that comment. People would start getting confused. I thought, oh, better tell everyone now. I have to mow my hands up. So, it's my hoofs on my horse. I've stolen James's face and his channel. I'm not wearing it now, obviously. Makeupless. I thought we were far enough into the relationship now that I would, show you what, this is me. This is me without makeup. Yeah, James is fine. He's all right. For the purpose of this video, I guess I'd better put the face on, as it were. And we'll just go with that, won't we? No! Okay, so welcome back. That's not. It's me, I promise. So the first one we got here is from Raspberry Creative, and he said, I don't know if this could be done, probably could be, but why not have some sort of system where you could bribe guards to make your missions easier? Say you pay a guard 250 and he gets a list of the target's frequent locations, or they could be, multiple. So I think this is a cool idea. Obviously it adds more to stuff. Preparation before mission rather than just straight up doing the mission and then stuff in it. You can do preparations beforehand. And this is something that can be perfected and adjusted, and I think it's cool because you can go to a guard, you can bribe him, you can get a list of your targets, you can go to a guard, you can bribe him, so, him and his friends that are meant to be on guard duty, go out and have a couple of drinks or something, and so there's less guards on duty when you're assassinating your target, and, things like that. They could really change the outcome of an assassination and change the way that you play it, and I think there's more things you could possibly do. I'm not entirely sure what, but preparing before an assassination with things like this, I think will work really great, and that's a cool feature that would add to the world, and add to, the player choice kind of thing, whether you want to prepare or whether you just want to go fucking straight into it, and I think that would add to assassinations, and it'd be unique for something like Assassin's Creed, where you're trying to assassinate a target, you're playing as an assassin, you have to there's more to it, that, it's not just things from other games, or just playing this game, it's like, this is specific to Assassin's Creed, you have to prepare for your assassination, you have to feel like you are the assassin, and you're the one doing it. I think this would add a lot to that. The next one here is from Just C3, and he said, James, do you think Assassin's Creed Empire will be a high quality of game? I think the 1 year won't be a long enough time for Ubisoft to make a high quality game. Now, this is the thing, right, is with every Assassin's Creed title, they're never just working on it for that year, right? It's with Assassin's Creed 1, then Assassin's Creed 2, there was a 2-year gap there. So Assassin's Creed 1 came out in 2007, Assassin's Creed, well, there's a year gap, but you know what I mean. Assassin's Creed 2 came out in 2009, and then so forth until 2015, we've had yearly releases of Assassin's Creed games. And you've got to remember, something like Black Flag started development probably end of Revelations, right? So things like that, like Assassin's Creed Syndicate have been worked on since the end of Assassin's Creed 4, Assassin's Creed Unity have been worked on since the end of Assassin's Creed 3. They're good at just doing a whole thing. I think actually Assassin's Creed Unity have been worked on since like Brotherhood or something. Like it was a really long, development cycle, and that's what they do with Assassin's Creed. So even if, it didn't have the year gap, there probably would still be a 3-year development, because I believe Assassin's Creed Empire, or whatever it's going to be called, would have started development end of 2013, beginning of 2014. So there's that. Also, the year gap on its own is a huge amount of time for like more stuff to be done to the game. Like an entire year where they're solely working on one Assassin's Creed game. That's incredible, and that adds so much more that they could possibly do with the game, and I think it can only mean good things. And as well, it's not just the 1 year they've been working on Empire, it's actually 2, because Montreal, who's making the next Assassin's Creed game, didn't make Syndicate. That was actually Quebec. So it's even more time that they're working on just Empire. And so, you know, it's kind of fucking crazy. And I am kind of leaning towards maybe we won't get it this year. And I mean, I don't want to, like, say too much and, like, just say that and just not go over it. But, like, I might talk about it in the future. Don't really want to be making Empire videos, but I might talk about it in the future. I am kind of leaning towards maybe the game might come out in 2018. I still think they want to get it out in 2017, but if it's not ready, they may have to delay it. And who knows? I still think we'll get information this year, so don't worry. I think E3 will get something. But it may not come out this year, and I don't know, because I don't know anything, but I'm leaning towards maybe not. I don't know, we'll find out later on. Don't want to say too much. The next one is from Cass Games, and he wants a Jacob and Evie sex scene in Syndicate 2. Fucking Christ. You know, I talked about this with, not specifically from this guy, but we did talk about this with Victoria on Kill Connor Club way back in 2015, one of the very first ever episodes where we talked to Victoria, we interviewed. If you haven't already seen that, it's a good episode. I'll link it somewhere, and in the description probably. And I did talk to her about this, so maybe let her answer that.
I just want to say that I thank you for bringing up the fact that there's no sort of relationship, as in like a love interest between Jacob and Evie, because it's obvious. It's obvious to us, right, that's not a thing. But you will not believe the amount of questions I've had and people saying, like, you know, will this happen? It could be a thing. Like, just, it's not.
It's not Game of Thrones, guys.
It's certainly not. It's certainly not a thing.
Oh god.
Sorry to disappoint anybody, but
yeah.
It's certainly not a thing.
Z-Bomber4 said we need a standalone game about Sean Hastings because it's a straight savage, better than Ezio. Now, better than Ezio, that's a bit of a strong phrase. Straight savage, I do agree. I love Sean. If they decided to make some kind of side media about Sean, I reckon I'd be into that. A game about him? I don't know. But anything to do with Sean, I'm all on board, and I hope he makes a comeback as a main character in the next Assassin's Creed game that you can interact with and make a relationship with. Let me romance Sean Hastings, please. And the last one here is from Ahmad. Sorry, I'm racist. And he said, I think Empire should have 2 huge open worlds, a past open world and a present open world, full of main missions and side missions and collectibles, similar to the past open world, so you can switch between the two at any time. Now, in theory, it's a cool idea, but when it's actually put into practice, you've got to think it just wouldn't work. That would mean you literally are putting 2 games into one. Which one do you market? Which one is the main game? Which one do you make a sequel of? Which one, like, there's too much there. But what I do think could work is you have, obviously, the normal open world you have as the Ancestor. However, in the modern day, you have a hub world, which is somewhat like Monterey's Journey, maybe a little bit bigger, with some more stuff you can do, but not a full open world action game, things like that, right? But it's a hub world where you can interact with things, you can explore things, you can find things, and it's really interesting and cool, but it's a different gameplay style to the other thing. It's a little bit smaller, more condensed, more, you know, packed together, like a normal modern day of the other Assassin's Creed games, maybe more like Brotherhood. And what you can do is go out on missions. You can go and interact with computers, or you can do stuff like that. Like, it depends what the kind of modern day is, whether you are an assassin or whether you're not an assassin. It depends how that would work. But say you are an assassin, then you could go out on missions, and you can go and interact with people. You can get missions and little contracts, and they're just these set-piece missions that aren't very long. You go and do something, fight a few guys, assassinate someone, I don't know. Just something like that if you do want that in the modern day. I think there's another modern day idea that I came up with, which was really pretty cool, and I've kind of talked about it in different places. Like I made a video about one part. I developed it on Kill Connor Club, then I made a video about the Isu, which kind of referenced it, and it's like, I have such a good idea for the modern day, and I can make it, and I'm gonna develop it, and it's gonna be sick and good, and it's fucking great. But that is it for this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit the fucking like button and subscribe for new content. If you haven't seen the videos earlier on this week, go and check both those out, because they're a good time. If you want to support me further with the low revenue that is happening currently, go ahead and hit that top link in the description. Head over to patreon.com/as always for extra content, exclusive content, early content, and a bi-weekly podcast every week that the Kill Connor Club is not on YouTube. It'll be over there on Patreon for just $1 a month, and it helps me and Tyler out a great deal. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining me. Leave your comments in the comment section below for next week. And with that said, I will see you all next time. Bye! Fuck me in the fucking dick, Jesus.
Leaping from my places, rivers are flowing red. dying. Now we're uniting, go watching from the skies. These streets are burning up, they're starting fights here. I'm gonna take it to 'em all.